everyone, welcome to Quick and Easy Cooking. Today we are going to make eggplant parmesan. This is definitely one of my favorite dishes. Every time I go to Olive Garden, I always order the eggplant parmesan. It is very, very good there. But today I'm going to do a different version. Now, the ingredients that you will need are EVOO, extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper, 2 medium eggplants. Make sure that you have some type of vegetable spray or that you wash them very thoroughly because we're going to use the skins. Now for the pasta sauce that I'm going to use Ragu chunky garden combination sauce, but you can use any type of sauce that you prefer. You can use a marinara, you can use a meat, you can use mushrooms, you can use any type of pasta sauce that you prefer. Now the 2 cheeses that I'm going to use are mozzarella and Parmesan. We're going to use Italian seasoning, and you will also need some Pam to spray the 9x13 dish because we're going to put this into a 9x13 dish. Now when I go to slice this, I'm going to demonstrate this. I'm going to cut the end off, the top off right now like this. Okay, so you want to get rid of that, and you also want to get rid of this. Okay, you don't need that. That's nasty. Okay, excuse me for that loud noise. I'm going to take that, throw it in my junk bowl. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to cut this like this. Oh, let me put it on over. Sorry for that. Like that. This is almost perfect. So you don't want them too thick, too thin. So you don't want them too thick, too thin. You want them nice, cut nice. This is actually very, very good for you. So let me cut this up a little bit more. Sorry for that. Let me get a little bit right here. A little bit thicker cut. So I'm going to go towards the top right here. Okay. Now my mom's going to cut up the other one, but this is how I like them. They're not too thick, not too thin. You know, this one's a little bit chunkier because the way I cut it with my knife, but like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our 9x13 dish, and I'm going to spray it with some Pam, and then I'm going to put our first layer of our pasta sauce down. What I have done is I've cut all this up. I did one, my mom did one, and anyways, you can see we've cut all this up, and I've also went over here and I've put, Pam on our 9x13 dish. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take our dish, I'm going to move this side of the way, and I'm going to take our dish, bring our dish down, and I'm going to put the first layer of our chunky salsa. Well, not salsa, but our pasta sauce. The sauce that I'm using is Ragu chunky garden combination sauce. Like I said, you can use any type of marinara sauce that you like. You can use, excuse me, I'm moving the camera so that way you guys can see it because I want you guys to see this. You can do like marinara sauce, you can do meat, you can do any type of pasta sauce that you like. I'm just using the chunky because it has vegetables. It's got mushroom, green pepper, tomato, all the good stuff. And all I'm going to do is spread this around. I've made this for so many people that they absolutely love it. Now, I got a little mess going on here on the jar. Okay. This right here, I'm just going to spread around because I want to make sure I got enough sauce down at the bottom. Like this. Because I got to layer it. And then I'm going to take my eggplant, and then I'm going to start layering my eggplant down like this. This If you're doing keto, you'll like this. It's a light version. There's no breading on this. And we're not doing no EVOO. I am going to sprinkle EVOO as we're layering, but I'm not frying this. Because when you fry it and you put the breading on it, it makes it for a very, very, very heavy dish. And I want this dish to be light. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take Italian seasoning and I'm going to sprinkle some Italian seasoning onto the eggplant parmesan. The eggplant right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle some some seasoning right here. Excuse me. And this is going to give it some extra flavor. Love Italian seasoning. And then I'm going to take some cheese and I'm going to put some mozzarella cheese. Now the next step that I'm going to do is I'm going to take some EVOO. I'm going to put my little finger right here and I'm just going to drizzle. Like this. And this makes it so good to do it this way. See, I got some EVOO on top of that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take mozzarella cheese. And I'm going to put some mozzarella cheese on it. See how I'm doing this? There we go. Now I'm going to take some Parmesan. I'm going to use Parmesan cheese for this. What I've done is, remember we put Pam into our glass dish, 9x13. We put our pasta sauce down, our chunky garden combination sauce. Then we took the eggplant, we just cut it up and put our eggplant on in. Then after that we put the Italian seasoning on, and then we also took EVOO, and then I put mozzarella and Parmesan cheese on it right now. That's what we've got in this dish right now. Now I'm going to layer it again. Now this is my next layer. I took all my big pieces right here and just put them all together, layer them again, and then we're going to repeat the same process. I'm going to move my camera, so excuse me for moving my camera, so that way you guys can see me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take our chunky salsa, okay, and I'm going to put it on. You want quite a bit on. Now remember, this is going to go flat when you start to cook all this, okay? It's going to go flat. Let me just pour some of it out. I'll be here all day. There we go. Now, because I want to save some more. Now I'm going to spread this out like this. And this stuff is so good. You can have this for lunch, you can have this for dinner, and it's good the next day. When you make this, this is good the next day. So if you're doing keto, or if you're doing Weight Watchers, this is really good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that off to the side, and I'm going to take some salt. If you want a good sizable amount of salt on there, and then we're going to put some pepper.
It's like a pinch.
Yeah, it's like a pinch. There we go. And then I'm going to take some Italian seasoning, and I'm going to sprinkle some Italian seasoning on this.
This is what really makes it flavorful.
Yeah, it's the Italian seasoning. And it is so, so, so good. Is that good, Mom?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to take our mozzarella cheese. Okay, there goes our mozzarella cheese. And I'm going to put it on. Let's spread it on out here. Okay, now I'm going to use Parmesan cheese. Here's our Parmesan. I'm going to come in with our Parmesan. Don't lose that. Everybody loves Parmesan. It's my little hand. There we go. I'm going to come over here, grab that, and that. I'm going to do the sides right here. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do our final layer. One is I put our remaining eggplant that we had left over, and I put it on top, and then I also took Italian seasoning and put that on top. Now what I'm going to do is with the remaining sauce that I have left, pasta sauce, I'm going to pour it on top, and then I'm going to finish off with the rest of our cheese and put some EVOO on it. What I have done is I've taken our remaining sauce that we had, and I put a little bit of water in it, and I put it onto our eggplant parmesan right here. Now doesn't that look good? Look how good that looks. Now what I'm going to do is I have this cheese left remaining. So this is an 8-ounce. So I only brought 1 8-ounce of mozzarella, and I only brought 1 8-ounce of Parmesan. So it will take this whole bag of Parmesan and also mozzarella. So I'm going to finish this off, and I will be right back. Now what I've done is I have taken our mozzarella cheese and our Parmesan cheese, and see how I finished it off? And this is going to be absolutely wonderful. You guys will absolutely love this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some pepper, okay, just a little bit more pepper in there like this, and then I'm going to take some more Italian seasoning. Now you got to remember, we really loaded this dish down with Italian seasoning because that is what brings the flavor to it, and that's what makes it. Because eggplant by itself is
very bland.
Very bland, you know, so you got to have some type of seasoning or something, and look at how good that looks. I'm going to show you guys here in a minute. I'm going to bring it up more. I'm going to put a little bit of EVOO, and this is what I'm going to finish it off with. Now, what I do suggest is that you get a cookie sheet and put this on your cookie sheet, and you may want to put like a parchment paper on it, so that way if this boils over, you know, it's not a cleanup mess. So I'm going to pour some EVOO on this like this, just like this.
That's good.
And that's good. And then that will cook it, and it will also brown it too, and make it really, really good. Now I want to show you guys this. Mom, can you hand me a little paper towel for a minute?
Okay.
And then I'm going to bring it up forward.
Now,
and
the oven's at 350.
you want to preheat your oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then also we're going to cook this for about 35 to 40 minutes, and then we're going to check it thereafter because, like I said, everybody's stove is different with cooking temperatures and stuff. Some cook faster, some cook slower. So we're going to check it at the 35 mark, you know, at the 35 minute. And I'm going to bring this forward, and I'm going to bring the camera down so that way you guys can see what I've got. Doesn't that look good? There's our Parmesan, there's our EVOO, there's our eggplant, we've got Italian seasoning in there, and there is no bread. There is no bread on this. So if you're doing keto or if you're doing Weight Watchers or whatever, this is really, really good. And it's a dish that you can eat, you know, the next day, and it's always better the next day. So you can take it to lunch, you can have it for dinner, and you can even adjust this to your family size. Now this is just 2 small medium eggplants, so, and it made this amount, and you can feed a family with this, and it wasn't that expensive. You have to have the eggplant, the Parmesan cheese, the Italian seasoning you can do, the EVOO if you have that already, the pasta sauce, and just you know, the cheeses and stuff. It's an inexpensive dinner, and it's really, really good. And you can see how much, you know, you got right here to feed a family. Now look how good that looks, you guys. I'm going to bring the camera up so that we can see it. That looks really, really good. And this you can pair with, you can have a small house salad, you know, just something very simple, or you can serve it with garlic bread or any type of pasta. You can serve this with anything that you prefer. But this is really, really good, and it's delicious. What else I've done is I've taken a piece of tin foil, and I've made like a little boat. You know how you used to make a sailboat? And I've put this just on top like that. And the reason being is because I don't want my cheese to all burn up. So I'm going to put that on right now. And anyways, we're going to put this into the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to cook it for about 35 minutes, and then we'll check it to see if we need to cook it a little bit longer. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pair this with garlic bread. I'm using Gio's Texas Toast garlic, and anyways, I thought that would be really good. Now if you don't want to use the bread, you don't have to. You can use a side salad like I said, or you can use some pasta that you like or whatever, but for this meal we're just going to have it with just a couple pieces of garlic toast. But I'm going to serve this with garlic toast off to the side. What I have here is our Texas toast, and I've got it in our fry pan, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fry this up, and I'm going to set it off to the side. Alright everyone, here is our eggplant parmesan. It looks absolutely wonderful. It cooked a total of 55 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and towards the last 10 minutes I pushed the temperature up at 400, and so that way we can have some browning of the cheese. So, but it was a total of 55 minutes at 350 degrees, and the last 10 minutes I did bump it up to 400 degrees. So, but I want you guys to see this, so I'm going to move the camera, so hold on. Now look how good our eggplant parmesan looks. This is absolutely wonderful. It is very, very hot. It's bubbling. And so I'm going to let this rest for about 15 minutes. And in that time, I'm going to put the camera back down. Excuse me for moving it. In that time, I'm going to go over to the stove here, and I'm going to make our garlic bread, our garlic toast that I showed you earlier. And I'm going to put that in a fry pan, and we're just going to fry it on up, and we're going to serve it with toast. Now, you can serve this with a side salad, or you can serve it with pasta. You can, or not serve it with anything. Now, this is what I've got. I've got our eggplant parmesan right here, and it is absolutely wonderful. I let this rest for 15 minutes. In that meantime, I cooked our garlic toast. As you can see, I got 2 pieces of garlic toast paired right there with our eggplant parmesan, and this absolutely tastes wonderful. Now, you can serve this any which way that you want. Like I said, you can have it with pasta, or you can have it with salad, or you can just eat it by yourself. There is no breading on the eggplant parmesan itself. It's just Italian seasoning, pasta sauce, and EVOO, and our 2 cheeses, and salt and pepper. Anyways, I want to thank everybody for watching this video. Please click the subscribe button and notification bell so that way every time I come on, you know. I want to thank all my subscribers out there. And if you're watching this for the first time, I would love to have you as part of my YouTube family. So please click the subscribe button. It really does help the channel out. Again, thank you for watching. Take care. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.